it's me JSHDIY and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be testing out some school supplies slime recipes to see which of these recipes work to make slime out of ordinary school supplies that you guys probably have lying around or maybe have left over from last school year. I always do this video, so I'm excited to do it even though it's a little late. Today's notification squad shoutouts go to Pretisha Creations, BTS Opa, and also Julina's World. Get a notification squad shoutout in my next video. All you have to do is join the notification squad, hitting that notification bell. I will try my very best to give you a shout out in one of my videos sometime. Okay, so the first no glue school supply slime recipe I'm going to be testing out today is glue stick slime. Now, I know that this is glue, which sounds so contradictory because this is a no glue slime video, but it's not like your classic slime recipe, and most of the time when you're trying to make slime and you don't have glue, you don't think of using a glue stick because there's not actually polyvinyl in them. So for this first recipe, what we are supposed to do is smash up any sort of glue stick you have, except for this recipe said to use a clear one, because this is a clear glue stick slime, and basically you are supposed to mush it up, which I did, and this was super easy to do. And then you're supposed to add in a sprinkle of cornstarch and then a little bit of water on top of it, and then you're supposed to mix everything together until it is all nicely consistent in consistency, and then you are supposed to microwave this. So basically, we're just supposed to microwave this until it has turned clear, and you're just supposed to check on it every couple of seconds to make sure it's not bubbling over. And if I were you guys, I would recommend not doing this in a glass container, just because it can be a little bit stressful when microwaving it for a long time, because I personally always get scared that the glass is going to shatter from the heat pressure. But after a while, it did start to become a little bit more transparent, and it looked pretty runny, but I wasn't super worried because when things become melted, they get runny. So I figured that it was going to cool down. So when I took it out of the microwave, I poured on a little bit of cold water onto it because I thought this would cool down our glue stick slime, and it did, but it was really sticky, which I was bummed out about because I thought I had ruined our slime because of adding in the water. So I was sad, so I added in a little bit more cornstarch and I just mixed it in and decided to microwave it, because when you add cornstarch to water and microwave it, it does turn clear. So I figured maybe over time this would work and a little bit of the excess water would evaporate out. And it did get really hard, so I had to add in more water, and basically this just didn't work super well. The texture wasn't consistent and it didn't feel like slime, so sadly for me this was a fail. Okay, so the next no glue school supplies slime recipe we are going to be testing out is Crayon Putty, and for this all you need is flour and a crayon, and that is it. Basically, apparently, if you take some flour that like you would use for baking, I guess, of course, like all-purpose bleached flour or non-bleached, whatever you have, and add a crayon and microwave it. Once you mix the crayon into the flour, it is apparently supposed to make kind of a putty. So I was really intrigued to see if this worked because I've never tested anything like this that I can think of. So I microwaved our flour and our crayon in the microwave, and once the crayon was melted, I took it out and I just used a popsicle stick to mix everything together. And I actually had pretty high hopes for this recipe when I started making it, because I figured that we're making kind of a dough-like consistency, but because we're using a crayon and melting it, once it would get hard again after cooling down, maybe it would give us a putty-like consistency. Like, it kind of made sense to me, but after mixing the melted crayon in, I noticed that it looked to be a little too crumbly, so I figured I probably added in too much flour originally, so I added in a little bit of water, and it instantly formed into a little ball of dough, which was crazy. The consistency of it felt very gelatinous and kind of like putty or slime, so once it cooled down, I took it out and decided we would give it the ultimate play test and see how the texture was. There was completely an aspect of this that felt just like a putty, like those little egg putties that you can get at the store. It just felt like that, except for when you stretched it, it just would rip. So I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know if I added too much flour. I don't know if the water messed this up, because it felt like putty, but there was just something a little bit off with the consistency. So if you guys can come up with anything that I could change with this recipe, please let me know, because this recipe is so close to making a putty, but just slightly off. So let me know what I did wrong if you guys can think of anything. anything. Okay, so next school supplies slime recipe we are going to be testing out is sticky tack slime. Now, personally, sticky tack has never been a school supplies for me, and I kind of doubt it is something anyone really uses for school supplies, but I do definitely see it used at school when people are sticking up posters and stuff. But basically, for this recipe, we're supposed to just add foaming hand soap into sticky tack, and it's supposed to make a butter slime consistency and just all together make a slime that feels a lot like glue slime. So I added in the foaming hand soap little by little, kind of a lot by a lot, but I just watched a YouTube video while doing this because it took a really long time, surprisingly, to mix the foaming hand soap in, and it got stretchier and stretchier, but there was something off I was noticing about the texture that it was making when adding in the foaming soap into the sticky tack. For some odd reason, I was noticing that the sticky tack was feeling like a jiggly kind of texture, and it was getting less stretchy as I was adding more foaming hand soap, even though it was softening up, which was kind of telling me this was not really becoming a slime. I did add quite a bit more foaming hand soap even once I noticed it was getting jiggly, but at this point I kind of realized it was probably going to be this texture for good. For some reason, it did have a grainy butter slime-like consistency, except for there was something a little off about the texture because it felt jiggly and it didn't really stretch without ripping, so this was a fail for me. So this next slime recipe is not actually a school supplies slime, so I'm sorry that I'm throwing this in here, but I really wanted to test this one out, so I decided I would just include this still, because I saw a comment from one of you guys that said if you take shampoo and add a lot more salt than you would normally add to activate it, and then add in a little bit of hair gel, put this in the fridge for 2 hours, it will make slime that is extremely thick and jiggly, and it doesn't matter what brands you use of soap or hair gel to do this. And sure enough, this literally works. For some reason the slime was just a lot thicker than normal shampoo slimes. It had a jiggly texture and it just was super thick, which was crazy, so I wanted to test this so badly. I asked you guys on my Instagram to submit any sort of school supplies themed slime recipes you guys could think of, and one of the ones you guys said was take salt, shampoo, and an eraser and you get clear slime. And I did this, and the shampoo did work as like clear slime, but the eraser, I have no idea what it does. I don't know if this person is trolling me, but this did work. Next school supply slime we are going to be testing is glue stick hand sanitizer slime. So for this you need the crystal clear glue stick, and all you have to do is take some glue stick and add hand sanitizer, and then you have to let it sit for 48 hours. And I know that this is a glue slime, so it's not like a classic no glue slime, but this does work. So if you ever want to make slime in a weird way with hand sanitizer, this recipe works. This recipe is not for everyone because I know not everyone has like this specific type of air freshener, but I did see a recipe that I figured out last year start to get popular again, so I wanted to show you guys a second version of this recipe. But basically what I saw was that if you take a crayon and marker, add water and microwave it until everything's mixed, and then add air freshener, it forms a clear slime. So I just wanted to retest this out. You do kind of need a ton of air freshener for the slime to start to form, but after a while you will get a slime that forms, and if you let it sit for a little bit, air bubbles will be released, and this is what you get. It's this super glowy purple kind of obsidian colored slime, which was super cool. The first no glue slime recipe I'm going to be testing out today is no glue crayon slime, so let's give it a try. All the recipe says is to mix some sunscreen into 2 melted crayons, so we're going to see if this is a recipe that actually works to make slime. The recipe says to melt this in the microwave, but I'm just going to be using a hairdryer so that I can melt it right in front of you guys. So now we are supposed to mix in the sunscreen lotion into our melted crayons, and when we mix it, it's supposed to be a slime once we've mixed it. I actually kind of do feel like this would work because of the crayons drying and then the lotion obviously staying sticky, so I think this is actually going to work. So the texture right now of our slime is kind of like a paste, but I've noticed that when I mix it back and forth, it's making it a little bit more slime-like, but I'm just going to melt this a little bit more with the hairdryer. And I'm just gonna keep mixing until it has dried out and we can find out the verdict of whether or not this recipe works. Okay guys, so I let it sit for about 5 minutes, so we're gonna check to see the final verdict on whether or not this recipe actually works. Okay, so to be honest, I'm actually a little disappointed because a second ago when we were mixing it, I thought it was actually coming together, but as you guys can see, it looks like this now. This recipe did not work at all. The last and final recipe we are going to be testing out today, and actually the thumbnail recipe, is this shampoo clear slime recipe to make this ombre rainbow clear slime. And for this, what you're going to be needing to make the base of the slime is any sort of clear shampoo. I'm using the Pantene clear shampoo because this is the thickest shampoo and makes for the most slime-like consistency. You also are going to be needing a little bit of rubbing alcohol or some type of isopropyl alcohol because it will help dry out the shampoo over time and it will make it like slime. And then you also need cream of tartar, and you just have to mix the cream of tartar in for a pretty long time because cream of tartar is activated by mixing. So the more you mix the cream of tartar in, the more activated your slime will become. And as far as cream of tartar goes, I do want to give you a little tip. If you guys mix in a circular motion, it will activate much faster because that is the way cream of tartar activates slime. When you add the cream of tartar in and mix in a circular motion, it creates links, and that is what gives you a slime. But to make this the rainbow ombre clear slime, what you're going to be needing are some water colored pencils, and you're supposed to just take the tips off of the pencils and just add this into your slime, but I did that and I just kind of rearranged them so that the colors would be in order, and I let this sit for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, kind of a long time. I started filming this video like at the start of the school year, and this is what I got. Once I mixed everything together, it did turn brown, of course, because that is what happens when you mix all of the colors of the rainbow together, but I added in some glitter just to make it look a little better. Thank you all so much for watching this video and making it to the end of this video. If you are seeing this part, I love you guys so much, and I had a great time hanging out with all of you guys today. If you are new to my channel, make sure you're subscribed, and you guys can follow me on Instagram at JSHDIY to learn a little bit more about me and to get daily behind the scenes. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys later today. Bye, guys!